Hi everyone, hope you're doing well from wherever you're watching this channel, depending on the time zone. Now, there is an argument here from two leaders who happens to come from the same political party, ODM. And the argument is about the cost of fuel in this country. One person as Secretary General of the ODM party. The other one, a member from ODM party now sitting in the cabinet where things are decided in this country. The first argument I would want us to look into is the one coming from the CS Opiyo Wandayi. Opiyo Wandayi is telling Kenyans to remain optimistic about the economic situation in this country as far as the cost of fuel is concerned. And his promise to Kenyans is that the fuel cost will improve if the Iranian streets of Hamas would fully reopen. That if the situation in the Middle East can stabilize, then the issue of fuel product is going to improve. We will have fuel at affordable price. We all know the president raised the fuel price by 40, then he reduced it by 10, and he's still taking 30 shillings from Kenyans per liter of fuel. The difference is small between super petrol and diesel. Now, Opiyo Wandayi is convincing Kenyans that the government is behind them, that they have got a caring and listening government led by a ghost extent of mentioning President William Ruto. So that is what is assuring Kenyans. The point I'm learning here, according to Opiyo Wandayi, is that the fuel price is going high because of the situation in the Middle East. I want to listen to him. Then I will take you to the other argument from a member of parliament who happens to be ODM Secretary General as far as the issue of fuel is concerned. And you will conclude from there.
Again, because we live in a global context, we cannot predict what will happen tomorrow. But we know for sure that where we have gone through, what we have gone through is the worst ever possible situation. We remain optimistic that if the situation in the Middle East can stabilize, if the situation in the Middle East can improve, and if the Strait of Hormuz can be reopened in totality, the situation in terms of cost of these products is going to improve. So Kenyans should remain optimistic, and they must rest assured that the government that they elected is fully behind them, is fully aware of the situation, and is taking every possible measure to cushion them. They have got a caring and listening government led by President William Ruto. Thank you.
Now, Catherine Omanya is the ODM Secretary General and a woman rep elected to represent the people of Busia in the National Assembly. Here is her argument. Her position is that, and she was saying this one in Swahili and a bit mixed of English, that sitaangalia wananchi wakiumia na mimi niko mzuri, alinaambiwa broad-based. That she will not sing broad-based when the common mwananchi are still suffering. According to her, broad-based itakuwa broader good, broader better, broader wider if extended to the people. So her position is that it is not yet good. The broad-based is not yet extended to the people. Her question is just one, and the main reason we are here. That as a country, we cannot be serving a landlocked countries, and in their nations, the fuel price is lower compared to Kenya. That is an argument. You know, Busia is just in the border with Uganda. So when she speak from a point of information. The people of Kenya are in the neighbor with Uganda. They are at Busia. So they know very well. And her question probably could be an argument from the people on the ground. That when you cross the Malaba border, the fuel price you compare to here in Kenya, they are getting fuel at a cheaper price. That we don't have fuel here, tanks are dry. She's asking, there is a convoy of trailers and lorries all along from Mombasa heading to Uganda, fully loaded with fuel. Sasa za Kenya pia ziko wapi zipange mlolongo kutoka Mombasa kuja Nairobi, na hayo mafuta ambayo iko kwa bei ya chini kama Uganda, kama kweli haya mafuta yanatoka mahali pamoja. What is the essence of G to G? She has talked about the issue of cartel in between. Listen to her.
Taangalia wananchi wakiumia na mimi niko mzuri atunaimba broad base. No, broad base itakuwa broad good, broad better, broad wide, broad extended to our people when they are happy. Kuna cartels, jinsi tunasikia kwamba kuna watu hapo hivyo katikati ambao wamefanya ipitie hapa ndio ifikie wewe, au pia wafagiliwe so that it go direct. If it is G to G, what is in between G and G again? The G is just G. Sasa wakisema G to G, what is in the middle again? Cartel. So tutaki hao cartels, hao ndio wanaleta hii stress. Something is off na bei ya mafuta lazima irudi chini. We cannot be serving landlocked countries and in their nations the fuel price is lower. It doesn't make sense. Hata kama ulianguka hesabu na huku kwa unashika mita kwa darasa, it doesn't make sense. Wewe pita saenda Malaba across, waulize wananunua mafuta pesa ngapi, and then come back to Kenya just here, wewe unanunua mafuta pesa ngapi, and then uulize tanki zao zimepanga na hivi kuanzia Malaba paka Kibaiti zinaenda Uganda kupeleka hiyo mafuta. So zetu ziko wapi pia zipange na hivi kuanzia Mombasa zileta hiyo mafuta cheap yenye inapelekwa Uganda. Mnanielewa hapo?
Now, having listened to Opiyo and I from the cabinet in ODM again, then Catherine Omanya, now from the legislative arm, again from ODM, the argument about fuel price and all that. What is your conclusion? Umechanganyikiwa ama umeona wapi kuna shida ukisikiza hawa viongozi wawili? This is the argument we are having on this Punchline, a discussion I would want us to continue with. But before we go deep into that, I have a quick and a humble request. For those who are watching this channel and you have not yet subscribed, please consider subscribing. To our returning subscribers, I must say thank you so much. And again, to all our viewers, please give this video a thumbs up. Thank you so much, and back to our discussion. Now, the truth is that when you listen to these two leaders, as a Kenyan, a common mwananchi, they leave the audience confused. They leave the audience in wondering. You compare what Opiyo and I say and what Catherine Omanya is saying, you are left wondering that why is it Uganda is getting fuel from Middle East, where Kenya is also getting the fuel. Though different arrangement, Kenya, they have told us they are in G to G. Uganda, they have a way of getting that fuel, but they are getting from the same source. Why the Kenyan one is expensive compared to Uganda. And more so, the other critical question is about Uganda being a landlocked country which uses long distance through another country where you pay something again to get your your ship or your luggage. They are landlocked. So if it is coming by sea or ocean, ndio wapokee mzigo wao mafuta, lazima upitie Kenya. So definitely the cost of transporting the fuel from the point of origin to the end consumer in Uganda is long and costly. But the end consumer of that product get it at a more favorable or friendly price compared to Kenya. Of which in Kenya now, once it lands in Mombasa, it is here already. It is here. Catherine Omanya is asking that question, which then put the CS Opiyo and I in an awkward situation to defend himself and the government. But he's busy here explaining, defending President Ruto that we have a caring government. How can it be a caring government when Uganda fuel is cheaper compared to Kenya? So between Ruto and Museveni, who is a caring president? Between the Ugandan government and the Kenyan government, which one is a caring government? Catherine Omanya has a point that should be responded to by Opiyo and I from ODM. That is the argument here. I don't know your views and I don't want to say too much. So let us meet in the comment section to continue with this discussion. Thank you so much and see you in our next video.